Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Ooh, with a juke. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now.
Now Rivers.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw is Rivers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
It's the safety, Antonio Johnson, who dragged him down.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They'd been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And he's got Pierce.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now out come the Jags.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 23. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd down and 4. A give to ETN running right. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Lawrence. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
On play action, Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown,
Brian Thomas.
35 yards.
And the Jags are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Trayvon Walker.
A 7-yard loss.
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Myers. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
10 at the 45-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rivers.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce.
And that is incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Rivers to throw it.
They'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing, Rivers. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Rivers.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
No gain on
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 3. In motion left goes Myers.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Now Lawrence to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
To throw, Rivers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
Third down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They go play action with Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here's Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10
at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
Rivers fires this into the flat, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Rivers.
And this taken in by Downs.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of
25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
They'll look to ETN to start things out. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
ETN up the middle.
Gets around him. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. They go play action now. Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 34-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A shotgun snap and again the ETN.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Very quick throw. He's got Myers.
A short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll run. This is Basher Tootin.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Now Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Parker Washington from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Cam Little to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of
And I think
6.
he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Rivers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
For a Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rivers now.
They'll get this off to Taylor. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Josh Downs.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
Shifts by him.
And able to get this out to the 25. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Looking long for Thomas.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
At the 39-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Throwing, Rivers.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
That will signal in a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Rivers to throw it. It's out, it's loose.
But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Straight ahead, ETN. And this will be a Jaguars first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And the Jaguar first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Another tote for ETN. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
First down, Jacksonville.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Lawrence running right on the option. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Turton is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
Rivers.
They'll check this one down to Taylor.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To throw, Rivers.
A short one there, caught by Warren.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Joshua Hines-Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about it.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll go out of bounds and looks like right at the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 6. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
On first down, right back to ETN.
Nifty move.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, 30 yards. And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Rivers.
That's caught right side. It's Warren.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Devon Hamilton in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. They get 11 back back on that one. It leads to third down.
11 yards on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
This offense so far on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's Taylor again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Colts 20.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jaguars getting set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Here's a give to Etienne. And they'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Jaguars first down. A gain of 7. First down, Jaguars.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, That's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. In motion right here, Washington.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Etienne.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Jaguars have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Colts 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Rivers. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Josh Josh Hines-Allen. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road, how about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Most they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy.